Yes, good evening, everyone. I hope you are able to hear me and you are able to watch my screen. Right. So, any doubts on the last class, what we have discussed about what is cloud, what are different cloud companies, what is the advantage of the cloud? If client move their infrastructure from on-premise to cloud, what are all the benefits client is going to get? Different cloud companies, what is Oracle Cloud? Different tools and products. What is fusion applications, what is ERP, and different ERP markets, ERP leaders in the market, and how the Oracle is a competitor for SAP, always benefits from fusion applications. When Oracle is having already some ERPs in the market which are successful, still, why Oracle developed another ERP product from the scratch and release it into the market? Because next generation ERP applications are following features required and clients are expecting. And then in fusion applications, different domains like finance, supply chain, HCM, CRM. We are talking about HCM. We're learning HCM now, right? And then in HCM, what are different modules we have? What are the modules we are going to learn? 5 modules we are going to learn online, live sessions, and ORC module offline. Generally, in RTL, the training will go. First module will be completed. As soon as module is completed, we'll give the assignments. Then Udemy FAQ course. Means you need to prepare for that module, right? For interview point. Same thing, second module completed, assignments. And then third module. Like this, as soon as the module is completed, I will give you the assignment so that you can test yourself. And then I'll give the FAQ course for interview preparation. So this is very important me course. You will see it in maximum interview questions and answers I'll be covering. And even if you are trying for the jobs when you are trying, then you will also find that here it is. Yeah. So that's how it will be helpful for you. Generally, outside people, if they want to buy this course, they are supposed to pay around 800 rupees. But it is for RTL students, it will be free of cost. That's 4 modules, 4 courses I'll be providing. And another one is ORC module. It is another 2000. Actually, this course outside people, they have to buy in 2000. Okay. So that's how the training it will happen here in Marathi. So we are going for today one assignment. We are going to take one assignment today. How we will work on that assignment. That's what we are going to discuss. So before that, anyone having doubts, please. Otherwise, we'll start with the demo, second demo. Sir. So we have to log into the application. You don't need to install any software here. You don't need to install any software for the vision applications. It's completely cloud, right? You have to enter URL, enter username and password. So once we enter username and password for Fusion applications, we see left side navigator. Left side we see navigator here. Right. This is navigator menu. And right side we see the user menu. This user menu is for setup and maintenance. To perform the admin activities. Indirectly setups we are going to perform. Set up and maintain the configurations. Okay. So here we are going to do all our setups. Majority of work In the real time, it will be here only from this user menu and setup and maintenance. Here only we are going to do. Okay. So let's take this assignment. Now client is asking, hire one employee. You need to hire one employee successfully. Whenever you are hiring an employee, you will specify which location employee is working. Which location employee is working. And client is telling that let's transfer this employee from the current location to new location. Indirectly, it's a transfer. A transfer. Not today, it should be from March 1st, not from today. But you have to perform the transaction today itself. But the transaction should be effective from March 1st to 2026. So you have to create a new location and do this. And then hire the manager. So you need to hire a new manager. Manager also is an employee, right? Manager also is an employee, same way, but we will mention that this employee is a manager. And then add this manager to the employee. That's what we want to perform. That's what we want to perform. Okay. Then employee is going to log in and check the manager details. So employee can log in and see, yes, so and so person is my manager. That's what employee wanted to see. These are the setups we have to perform. So I'm going to do one by one. After completion of this assignment, I will explain you which task is functional job, which task is end user job. I'll explain that. And what is required for us as a functional consultant. That also we will discuss. So if you are able to understand this concept, whatever we are going to do today, then you can easily understand the entire HCM. Many of the people, we are from non-IT or I am fresher. Okay, whether I can understand this technology or not, whether this will be interesting or not for me. Okay, so some doubts will be there. So today, entire session is going to be practical. If you are able to understand this entire session, then 100% this entire course you can understand. Only thing is you need to sit and work on the assignments, whatever we have discussed in our class. Okay. First, we want to go for hire an employee. If you want to hire an employee, we need a permission, right? Nothing but we need access. There's a role called human resource specialist. There is a role called human resource specialist. Make sure that this role you have. If you have this role access, if your username is having the access to this role, then we can say that yes, you can hire employees. So role is nothing but access to the application. Role is nothing but access to the application. We have different types of roles like data role, job role, duty roles, security profiles, privileges. That we will be discussing in the security concept. Security concept, we will be discussing that. Okay. So let me check the current user is having the role or not. I'm just trying to log out here. So you are going to log into the instance. Instance or server or cloud, all are same. So you are going to get the URL here. You are going to get URL here and username and password. In the real time also same. You work for any client in the real time, they also give you the username and password and the URL. Click next button. I want to hire employees. For that, I am just checking whether I have the permission or not. Whether I have the permission or not. Let's go to Navigator. Navigator, Tools menu, Security Console. What is Security Console? Security Console is an environment where we are going to do the user management and role management. Management is nothing but create, update, delete, enable, disable. This is all we do. That's what we call it as a management. So if you want to manage the user information or you want to manage the role information, we'll do it from here. Tools menu, security console. Let's come back to tools menu, security console. Go to users, go to users tab. And what is your username? February user. My username is February user. My username is February user. Is it active? Yes. This user is locked? No, it is not locked. The following roles are available. Your username. Okay. So there will be around 10 to 15 roles in human capital management. We should be very clear about that roles because in the interviews, definitely they will ask us, tell me what are those roles, purpose, and where do you will see that here. Right now, my task is I want to hire employee. If I want to hire an employee, we need the role called human resource specialist, HR specialist or human resource specialist. We have that. HR specialist is there. Okay. And the role is there. Definitely, you can see the result here. Go to navigator, my client groups, new person. You got the role. That's the reason you are able to see the menu from here. That's the reason you are able to see the menu from here it is. So you got the role over here. That's the reason you are able to see this. Right. Now let's go to new person. New person means new employee. We are going to hire an employee. Now system is asking, you want to hire permanent employee or you want to hire contract employee, contingent worker or pending worker. Pending worker means you already released the offer and employee is supposed to join. Non-worker is nothing but the people who are not in our payroll, but still they will be receiving some commission or some amount, some shares or something. We can also call it as advisor committee type of roles will be there, right? For some organizations. That's what non-worker. So now I am going to hire an employee, pending workers, and hire an employee. So pending worker means it's an employee is going to join, but anyway, we are going for permanent employee, right? Go to hire an employee. Click on this, hire an employee. So if we want to hire an employee, we are supposed to capture employee identification details. Nothing but employee date of birth. If it is India, Aadhaar card number. If it is US, then social security number. Like that, every country will have some identification details, right? That we have to enter. Identification and personal, employee personal information. Nothing but employee home address, phone number, email ID, passport details, any visa, permits, employee contacts, means parent details, spouse, kids information, emergency contact. All data will be captured here. Then employment information. Employment is nothing but for which branch you are hiring this employee, which job, position, grade, location, who is the manager for this employee. This is all related information we will enter here, employment information. And finally, employee salary. Compensation details are nothing but a salary details. Employee salary details we are going to capture. Employee salary details we are going to capture and finally review the output. This is very common, right? When employees are going to join in the organization will collect all this information from the employee and keep it in the application, right? Keep it in the application. The first identification details will be captured here. When employee is going to join, today date, maybe employee is already joined. You can also enter the old history date. Maybe employee is going to join in the next week. No problem. You can give the future date. Depends on the requirement. You can give the future date also. So I'm giving today, 24th February 2026. Hire, hire an employee for vacant position. Legal employer, nothing but a company. What is your company name? You are implementing this for Reliance Trends, or maybe you are implementing this for Xerox Corporation. These all company names you are giving, you are getting the list. This is test data, testing data given by Oracle. Test data given by Oracle. But client says that no, I don't want all these details, right? My company name is Xerox Corporation. My company name is not something Italy, Russia, Germany like that, right? So we have to remove all this. And in fact, you don't find this test data in the real time. We call this data as a seeded data or built-in data or test data. So call it as test data here. Right. So when we are working in the real time, we don't find these names. In this place, we see the client names, client company details. So that we have to configure. But anyway, now I'm going to specify this. Currently, you are working for US1 legal entity. You are working for US1 legal. Choose legal employer as US1 legal entity. Next, personal details. I'm giving Karan Kumar, date of identification number, US identification number, social security number must be this format. 3 digits, hyphen 2 digits, hyphen 4 digits. That's a standard social security number format. Okay, now click next button. Identification details we have completed successfully. Now person information, nothing but home address. It's mandatory. Employee home address, zip code. I'm giving New York zip code here, 12200. And employee phone details, email details, legislative information, marital status, best education level, employee citizenship, passport details, visas and permits, and contact, brother, child, niece, nephew, parent, sister, spouse, all these details you'll find. This is just employee personal details here, some information. And this is what the important employment information. Here will capture exactly which branch you are hiring this employee. Already we given the company name, right? Here we already specified company name. Here we have specified here. Here we specified company name and here we mentioned the business unit. Business unit we have to give it. Nothing but a branch. Which position you are recruiting this employee? Is going to be a finance manager, finance director. Okay. That's the position we are hiring. Moment when you choose the position, corresponding job name, position, department, location, these all details will be populated here. Right now is to work in Chicago. Department grades are ready, grade ladder. This is all general information. If at all we want to go for capture, it will be captured. Right. So click next button. And salary information. If we want to offer some salary to employee here, salary information will be specified. Here we'll go for complete this. Submit. Our employee hiring done successfully. I want to know whether the employee hiring process done successfully or not. Let's go to Navigator, Sun Management. Here we'll give employee name and then go for search. This is how we will go for employee hiring. So who will do this employee hiring work in real time? Employee hiring work will be done by the HR department. HR department is going to do this particular work. Recruiters, HR managers, they are going to hire an employee. But when you are hiring an employee as a recruiter, you are supposed to get your company name here. Within the company, you are supposed to get your branch details. Within the branch, you are supposed to get corresponding positions, jobs, grades, department, location, other attributes. This is all how you will get your company name, your company branches, company jobs. Depends on the branches, it may be different. Depends on the location, it may be different. How will you get? Who will do that? That we have to do it. As a functional consultant, we have to do. So who will do this hiring employee? We call it as a end user. End user means your client employees, HR department. They are going to use the software and hire the employee. Okay, that's an end user. Why we are doing it? We are supposed to test it, right? For example, we are going to do now. I'm going to configure new location. Now client is telling that I have business already in 10 locations. I'm going to start my business in two more locations. One is in Florida, another one is in New York. Two more locations, I'm going to start my business. Now that cannot be done by the HR department. HR department cannot perform that particular setups. We are supposed to do as functional consultant. So as a functional consultant, we are going to do that. I'm going to show you how will you configure this setup. The client has to tell us what is the location, address, every details we need to gather from the client and prepare a document, get approval from the client, then go for configure from the admin. Setup and maintenance, nothing but admin. Indirectly, FSM, functional setup manager. Indirectly, FSM, functional setup manager. Go to setup and maintenance. Setup and maintain. Now come to the task here. Search for location, manage location. Manage or create, both are same. Manage locations, nothing but a create location. Create locations. Go to manage locations. So this is the place where we are going to create a location. So from which date location is valid, name of the location. So I'm giving the location name as RTL Florida. Location code. After some time, if client says that I'm going to shut down my business in this location, you can inactivate. You can go for inactivate the location. You can go for inactivate your location. And then location, latitude and longitude, nothing but Google Map. Details can be any attachments about the location you want to add, you can add. And actual address, including the street number and pin code, state, and other details will be specified. So given the location, phone number, these all are general information, language, email ID, phone number, fax. Do you want to use this location in inventory also for shipping and billing, and you want to use it for office purpose, then we can enable. Generally, these properties are required for supply chain management. We don't require the shipping and billing and all. Review the location. If you feel that everything is fine, whatever the data we entered, let's go for submit. So when location is created successfully, client is supposed to give all this information for us. Then we will go for create. For example, client says that I have a business in 500 locations across the world. 500 locations. I will give you an Excel sheet. Then what we do? Instead of manual creation, we can use spreadsheet. We can use spreadsheet and go for load the data. Directly from Excel sheet, we can go for load the data. So I'm going ahead with another one is New York. Real New York. Okay. And then zip code 12200. So depends on the country, whatever the country you are selecting here. Based on that, the address format will be different. For India, geography different. For US, different, like that. That's complete. Locations we have created successfully. Locations we have created successfully. Now search for the location, because we mentioned the location starting word as RTL. I would like to search with RTL word whatever the locations we are having, that we will be able to see that here. I can see RTL Florida and RTL New York. Two locations, and I am able to find location. So this configuration, this setup we have to do as a functional consultant. We have to configure locations like this. Hundreds of setups we have to do for every module. For every module, hundreds of setups. There will be a dependency also. For example, if I want to create a location, the parent means master objects must be created already. Then only you will be able to create location and all. Right. So, and make sure that what are all the parent objects are there. Means dependency objects are there. That is where our experience comes into the picture. Otherwise, you may feel that creating location is okay, just like that, we will enter name and code and address and complete submit. But sometimes client says that I want security for the location. It means this location should be available only for these business units. Or this location is required approval. I don't want to just like create. If someone create a location, they should get approval from manager. Like that, different requirements will be coming that we are supposed to configure. That's where the implementation experience we are going to get it here. Okay, two locations we have created successfully here. Two locations we have created successfully here. Yeah. Locations are done successfully. Next, now client is telling that let's transfer this employee to Florida. Currently, employee is working in Chicago. So do the transfer. So who will do this transfers, terminations, hiring, reverse termination, salary change? Who will do this? End user only again. End user is going to do that. But we have to test, right? For example, we configure two locations. I cannot tell directly to my client, okay, I created locations, you can start using it. Before I deliver that to the client, first I have to test multiple times in development instance. In development instance, we have to test multiple times. Then again, we have to test in the testing instance. Then finally, it will be moved into production. Finally, it will be moved into production. Right. We cannot just, okay, I created location, you can start using. If something goes wrong, or if locations are not available, or maybe locations are available for multiple branches, you restricted for only one branch, but it is available in multiple branches. Then where is the issue? So this all cross check we have to do. Checklist will be there that we are all supposed to cross check and then finally deliver. Right. That's why once we do the setups and configurations, we are supposed to test it. Without testing, we will not deliver our work to client. So we have to see different scenarios and test it. Now, Karan is working in Chicago, right? Let me go to my client groups, person management, indirectly search page, employees search page. Persons are nothing but employees. Here I am searching my employee Karan, search button. Where he is working right now? He is working from 24th February 2026 onwards. He is working in Chicago. Now, what client is asking? Okay, transfer this guy to Florida from March 1st. From March 1st. Future date. They only you update, but it should be effective from March 1st. That's what we do, edit, update. If you want update from today itself, go for correction. If you correct, it will override the record today itself, but not from today. It will be future date, means you have to go for update. Go to update. Go to update here. Is the date from March 1st. From March 1st, I want to transfer this employee. Select transfer. Why you are transferring? What is the reason? Location change, manager request, internal recruitment, career progression. There are different reasons. Client says that no, I don't find my reason. My reason is not there. I have a different reason. So that we have to configure. I'll show you now. It's very simple. What client is telling us, when I choose the transfer action, I'm getting following reasons. But I don't want this reorganization. Instead of this reorganization, I want something RTL manager request or RTL management hierarchy or whatever reason client is required that we can add. Okay, what is the action transfer? It's also one of the setup. I'm just going to show you how to do that simple setup. Go to setup and maintenance. What exactly you want to do? Action reason. You want to create action reasons. Okay, create first. Create action reasons. Location change. Reason is ready. Attach this reason to the action. We need to attach this reason action. Go to actions. What is your action? Transfer. Go to transfer. When I select action, I see the corresponding reasons here. There are multiple reasons. Internal recruitment, location change, manager request, reorganization. Client said don't want. Said you don't want. Okay. Said the today date is last date. The 3rd February 2026 is the last date for this option. Okay, that's fine. I want to add a new one. Whatever you created, and specify. And I want to make it available from today itself. This is not 2012, this is 4712. Depends on your requirement. You can set up from which date to which date it should be effective, start date and end date. And if you want to restrict, this value should be available for a particular country, you can restrict. You want to make it available for a particular role, you can restrict. Right? I don't want to put any condition. I want to show the reasons to everybody. This reason I wanted to show it to everybody from today. That's how we will go for configure. We have done for one action called transfer. Now I want to test it. Let's go to person management here. Search for your employee. Edit, update. Choose the date, March 1st. Select action, transfer. Now I see that here. Like this, hundreds of setups. Right now, we have done two setups. One is location, another one is action reason. Like this, hundreds of setups, every module we see. Global HR module, more than 100. Payroll module, more than 70, 80 setups. Options module, more than 40 setups. So that we have to configure. That is what actually the work, functional job is that. Okay, so I'm selecting this reason because the client required the information. Why are you transferring this employee? After some time, they want to know, right? Management, because every day hundreds of transfers will be happening. Okay, that they need a clarity on that, right? That's what. So Chicago currently is working. Let's move this employee to Florida. Are you able to see both the locations? Yes. Florida you are getting, New York you are getting. It means your location setup is perfect. And your action reason setup also is perfect. Whatever the reason you select for this transfer, they're also perfect. Review button. In the review, we'll come to know what changes are there. Now I see that here. Current value is Chicago. Proposed value is Florida. So this is how we do the transfers. There are different types of transfers again. Temporary assignment transfer, global transfer, temporary global transfer, like these different types of there. We'll talk about that in depth when we start the training. This is just demo, right? So I just wanted to show what exactly we do in the office, what exactly we do in the project. That's what we are going to see. So we have done the transfer successfully. Obviously, after you transfer, you are supposed to test it, whether it's done or not. If I search Mr. Karan, it is showing that he is working in Chicago. Okay, because you are in February 24, but we transferred this employee to Florida from March 1st, not from today, from March 1st. So you have to change the date here. I want to know where this employee will be there from March 1st. I want to see the status of this record from March 1st, effective as of date. This is very important. We call this concept as effective dates. We call it as a date track. Human capital management is very important for date tracking. So dates we have to be very careful. So we'll see that there is a separate concept called date track, effective start date, effective end date, correction mode, update mode, delete mode. Different modes are there. So now I want to see what is the status of Mr. Karan on March 1st onwards. March 1st onwards, okay, this guy will be in Florida. It's updated. I want to see the history. Okay, March 1st is there in Florida. I want to see the history. What was earlier? earlier where he was. I want to see that history. Okay. You can also see that history. There is a button here, view history. Now system is clearly telling me that this guy joined in the company on 24th February 2026. This was hiring. Then transfer. What is the reason? Why these guys transferred? There is some location change requirement from March 1st. Location change. What are all the changes that only location is changed or any other information also changed? I want to see that details. Only location. Old value was Chicago, new value is Florida. Like that, we can view the history. Client says that this history should be displayed only for managers, not for someone else. This button, whatever history button is there, it should be visible only for HR specialists or HR managers, not for others. You can also do that. It's a simple setup. Okay, that's obviously the requirement in every page or multiple places. Will be doing it. Okay. So now successfully done. We hired employee. We created location. We also created reasons and transferred employee for future. Now no manager for this employee so far. Nobody is there. While hiring this employee, I have not given any manager details. No manager. Okay, let's hire one employee, one manager. Let's hire one manager and assign that manager to this employee. Okay, we'll do it. Manager also is an employee, right? Again, same concept. Let's hire an employee, new person. While hiring employee itself, you are supposed to tell to the system, this employee is a manager. Okay. So let's say this guy joined on January 1st, the same company, US1 legal entity, and name is Chandramohan. Enter the address, home address. The home address is mandatory. Remaining all fields are optional, not mandatory. Okay. Click next button. Employment details. He is working for same branch, US1 business unit. He is finance manager. Where is working? Florida. Okay. And here we have to specify he is a manager. So this is the field where you are going to mention whether he is an employee or manager. This field will tell you whether he is just employee or manager. Whether he is a just employee or manager, you can find over here.
If the person who is we are hiring, right? So the person is not a manager. There we have to select no, correct?
Yeah, by default it will be no.
Okay.
By default it will be no. If you want to make him as a manager, we have to update this as a yes. Yeah, other details, if you want to make it full-time employee, full-time regular employee, working hours, hourly paid, salary paid, general information, right? So Mr. Chandramohan is a manager. From 1st January 2026 is available in the same location. So who will hire this manager? Again, it is the end user only. But obviously, we are supposed to test it whether you want to add the manager to the employee or not. Once manager is done successfully, let me search whether manager hiring process done successfully or not. Go to person management. Nothing but search person, search employees. It looks like still record is not successfully saved or approved.
There is a spelling mistake.
Was it? Yeah. Okay, I'll search with the last name. This one, Chandramohan, RTL, Florida. Is the manager. I want to assign this Chandramohan as a manager for Karan. So what we have to do is we need to search employee first, Karan. We have some thousands of employees for the client. Obviously, we will be facing the issues. Type of issues day to day is common in every branch. If it is support projects, tickets will be raised. If it is implementation project, we are supposed to do everything right from the scratch. So our training will go complete implementation based because we want to know right from the scratch what are the setups is required. And also, if you are the only person is working in the project and your client is asking you, okay, you can go ahead with the implementation, then how we can do as a single consultant also. So we'll be getting the training like that. Okay. Now I want to update manager details for the current. I want to assign the manager right from the date when he joined in the company. Now client is telling not from today or future date. When this guy has joined in the company, that time I forgot to add the manager. Now what you have to do is add the manager for this employee whenever he joined in the company. Not from today, not from tomorrow, not from future. What you have to do? Correction. Correction means when employee joined that time itself, manager details will be added. It will override the record. Scroll down, we see the manager details. Then move on. What is the manager type? Is he line manager or project manager, resource manager, HR manager, mentor relationship manager? What is the manager type? Line manager is general. Whoever is to whom you are reporting, that's what line manager. Obviously, when you join in the company, your HR manager might be different. Line manager will be different. Resource head will be different, right? That's why. I'm going to say that Mr. Chandra is a line manager. You want to add some resource manager, some other employee? Okay, add that employee also. This employee is going to be resource manager. Okay. You want delete? Of course, you can go for delete. This is how we will update manager details. The employee, click review button. In the review, we see the entire changes. After review only, you will be able to complete the transaction. So in the review, clearly it is telling current value 0. You don't have any manager so far. Now you proposed these values. Now you propose values. The complete manager details we over here. Current value 0, proposed value is this. Do you want to issue the commit? Yes, go for sir. So this is how the manager details will be updated for the employee. Now we are done successfully. This is done by end user, and sometimes we are also supposed to do when end users are trying to add the manager. Sometimes they may get some warning message or error message, or they may find manager details over there. They will raise a ticket. Then we have to cross check and we need to debug what is the issue, and we have to resolve. Now we added manager. So employee has to log in, and when employee check self information, he is supposed to get I'm working for so and so branch. Obviously, right? When you join in some company, your HR department will give you some URL, username, and password. Please update all your personal details, previous employment, your education details, your competency, skill set, your certifications, your awards, and you will see all your manager details and everything over there. We call it as employee self-service. I want to see that. I want to log in as employee and I would like to check the manager, the name is updated or not. Okay, I'm going to do that. If I want to log in, I need a username and password, right? Mr. Karan. We hired employee successfully, Karan Kumar. And this is employee number 7803. User account also created, will be created automatically. I see that information here. Go to task list, means go to menu. I see the user account here, to user account. Now I can see that user account created already. Active status. And this is the username, kumar.karan. Let me log in. I don't know the password. Let's reset the password. So all user management, we have to do it from the security console. We will go to tools menu. We'll go to tools menu, user management, and we'll perform it. It's taking time. Sometimes all of a sudden it will be slow, but generally it will be fast. Just let me refresh the page. Open in Google Chrome. Looks like a little bit slow. So what is our task now? I need a password for my user so that I can log in. Tools menu, security console. Go to users tab, search for your username, run like r dot last name dot first name. Reset the password so that we can log in. Karan is going to test whether their manager name is updated or not. To me means self-information. Here, employee can update their personal details. Go to person information. Go to person information here and employment details. See that here. Manager. Line manager information, resource manager information, both are updated. So this is how we are going to test it. The manager details are updated or not. They said it will be done by the end user as well as both functional consultant. Of course, all the tasks we must know, and obviously we have to do it. Whatever the job end user is going to do, first we have to do, because we configured the setups. We requirement we have gathered from the client. We prepared a document. We have done the setups, and then obviously we are supposed to test it first and then deliver to the client. Then client employees will start working on that. When I say client employees, client HR department, their recruiters, screening members, payroll managers, HR managers, HR specialists, those all are going to log in every day and they are going to perform all these transactions, hirings, transfers, terminations, running the payroll, leave approvals, leave cancellations. This is all they will be doing day to day transactions. Okay. So this is what actual work, actual technology that we will be working. Yeah. Is clear, everybody? Any doubts here, please?
Would you be saying something regarding, because I thought you were going to show something regarding AI.
Tomorrow's session.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, actually, you have hired one employee, right?
Sorry,
Hello.
which one?
You hired one employee. You hired, right?
Yeah.
So if that employee was previously employee in that same organization, so he resigned and went out from the office and he come back. And what is the situation? How we can update?
Oh, it will be a rehire process. For example, earlier employee was working, he left the
Yes.
company, and again he is
Hmm.
going to join. It's a rehiring process.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know the rehiring process. So if you have any bandwidth, can you please show that again?
We will be discussing. There is a separate process which we cannot cover in the demo session, but there
Okay.
is a process we will be discussing in our training. That entire rehiring process here. Look
I
at
have one
all
question,
HRs. Yeah,
sir.
hire to rehire
Actually,
process.
if you showed us that how we can assign the manager to that employee, if the manager is changed after some time and then you want to update that those details on the employee record, so is there any kind of some position number or something, or it is directly updated?
No, we don't have any other option. If at all we want to update the manager, for example, right now Mr. Chandra is the manager for Karan. After 3 4 months, manager changed. The same way, we have to go to person management and update that manager, like how we have done just now.
Okay, so there is no concept of some effective date or anything like that,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
in some other ERPs or...
yeah.
Okay.
Fine, guys. This is about our second demo. Tomorrow also we are going to have same type of practical demo. So tomorrow we'll talk about the payroll. We'll see how we can set up the payroll for employee, how we run the payroll, how the payslip will be generated. We'll see that tomorrow. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Hi, sir. Hello.
Tell me.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, yes. Tell me,
Hi,
please.
sir. Hi, sir. This is Monica here. I have a few self questions. Can I ask?
Tell me, no problem.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm able to hear you. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Actually, I'm very new to this technology totally. I have past experience, 4 years in Cognizant non-technical role. So I want to learn a new technical course now. So here I'm looking all are something experience in this. So can I survive this technology, sir?
No problem.
Okay.
What is able to learn. I think this is just a demo. That's why directly we have done
Mhm.
the setups and performing the transactions and all here. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, it is like something understandable, sir. Your
That's fine.
explanation and everything is very good.
So
Uh,
if you are
so
able
I have
to
some.
understand, then fine. No problem.
Yes, sir. Uh, Actually, I have a career gap, like 4 years because of marriage and kids. So I want to decide like learn new course. So it is something like having future for this technology.
No problem. This is just starting point for Oracle Fusion. Another
Okay.
10, 15 years, you have no issues.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hi, Chandra. My name is Jargar Wali.
Yeah.
So I joined today's session. Actually, I have overall 17 years of experience in a different domain. So my concern is not about the technology. I went through your few videos in Udemy as well. almost it's been 7 days, 10 days. I monitoring your videos. So my question is here, like once you land into this, trainings, like maybe after tomorrow's session. So is that be kind of a content? I mean, content-wise, topics is are you going to carry on, or else how it will be like?
Yeah, it will be content wise, it will be carried, no problem. It is like it is always up to date with the latest versions and whatever the new features we got, including that, we will be going. With project
Okay,
oriented only, we will go ahead with that.
okay, okay. So is it content was shared earlier, or else how it is? Like I missed the last yesterday's
Content,
class
I
section.
think you can get, and tomorrow also I will explain. In the tomorrow session, I will show the content and explain topic wise, module wise.
Okay, okay. I joined a bit late today, so that's the reason I'm
Tomorrow
also
I will
came.
do that. Yes, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So what we are going to learn, what this model exactly contains, how it will be like. So maybe you are going to cover tomorrow's topic, correct?
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank you, Chandra. Yeah.
Yeah. And guys, let's see you tomorrow. This video also you can access directly from YouTube tomorrow. Tomorrow morning it will be published. The demo one was there already. Thank
Sure,
you.
sure. Yeah.
Let's see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.